We have an emergency situation. Our pump went on us last night, so we have to replace it with a new one.
These water pumps go fairly often. Who knew? We never had this problem in our last van, and this is the first time that it's happened to us in this van. But we just went to a local RV dealer, bought the pump. It was $160, which kind of sucks. But anyways, we got it today, and we can install it today. We'll have water today.
Alex, watch out. Reason why we need to change this area and have the big storage is because this area has just gotten completely packed. This is gonna be a fairly easy swap. It's gonna have to take out the water out of the system first before I start taking everything apart. I got a shut-off valve right here in the back, and I have a shut-off valve right here just before the filter system. Whatever water's in that filter is basically the water in the system, and it should be pretty easy to pull that right out. Come on, stop shadowing me and get over there. See what this looks like. It's pretty dirty. It's not too bad though. This right here is our shore flow pump, and that's what we're replacing right now. About these shore flow pumps, they say that you don't need an accumulator, so we're doing it without one. The position that that pump is in, actually okay. You can install it this way. Is it recommended? It doesn't say. It just says you could install it in any position and it will work just fine. I'm sure there's probably been tests that have been done that proves there is a best position for it to be installed, but we're gonna install it this way because that's how it already is set up. Hey, pumps are pumps, they're gonna fail. You just gotta replace them. Gonna have to jump into the bag of tricks to get all the things that we need to get this replacement happening. It's not that hard of a job, and here are the tools that you need. A wire crimper, we have a drill to take the screws out, and we have an adjustable so that way we could take off the fittings. All right, got it out. All I did was clip these old lines that I had. This is the new pump. So they're fairly the same, like they're pretty close. This one is a little bit smaller in size, but it actually does a higher PSI, 55, where this one does 45. To put a 10 amp fuse in this one. One thing you want to make sure you do before you do all that work is pull your fuse, which I did previous, and then we're gonna drop a 10 amp fuse back in the place where the old fuse used to be. Another thing I'm doing, I'm putting these butt connectors on where I could just push this bad boy right in like that, so that way when I go to replace it, all I have to do is replace this piece on a new pump, and it makes it really quick and easy. Instead of having to cut a wire, I just pull them apart. According to the paperwork, it says do not add Teflon, because if you do, you may over tighten and crack the actual fittings. So I'm not gonna add Teflon and see how it works. Since these are two slightly different pumps, now what's happening is the difference between the two, there's a difference in height, which means now the filter that comes into here is now against the wall down further, so I have to figure out a way to bring it up to this one and make it even.
Houston, we have a problem.
The brass pipe that I have on there that would fit on the end of this, you have to make sure you thread it properly into it. The issue that I have is when I started to thread it, since I didn't have any, like another hand on this side, as I started to push it in, it started to cross thread these threads. Now, before I went in too deep, I was gonna try to see if I could get this fitting back on here, and then maybe we just go barbed fitting to that brass fitting. So let's see if we can make it work. Yeah, see how it's turning right there? It doesn't want to go on straight. Here we go. Since I fixed that issue very quickly, now what we could do is we could make our way to Home Depot. We could get the proper fitting for here.
Our first trip to Home Depot!
Yay!
Yay! We got the plumbing bits from Home Depot, and we gotta give a huge hello to Keith and Robert. So nice to meet you guys inside of there. But now, the light is failing us, and we're trying to get this pump in. It's a little bit off from the original one, so we've had to do some finagling.
Okay, so this is gonna go into that, like that. I'm gonna screw this in. I am feeling stressed because the light's going down, and I need to get this done before the light goes down completely. It just makes life a lot harder when you don't have light.
Tonight there will be light.
Tonight, there will be water. And tomorrow, That will be son. And now I'm just connecting all the fittings. I'm gonna get this up in this top corner. It's gonna be in a little bit different of a spot than last time, but that's the way I have to do it to make all this kind of fit properly. All right, can I get a drill?
Gonna have it installed in 3, 2. Well, time for the test. Clearly, it's not all the way back together, but we want to run some water through it and see what happens.
Probably not a great idea, but hey, you only live once. That's good.
We have water!
There's no leaks at the pump area?
No, the only thing that's leaking is I can see the water flowing through it.
Okay, cool.
It's all dry.
Good.
Ooh, that was hot or something.
We have water, but now we gotta clean up the freaking mess.
It's not that bad. It's annoying. And then we actually have to go back into Home Depot to buy all the other things that we need for our project. Because we're a 40-minute drive to the Home Depot, we want to make sure that we get everything on our list and we like triple think everything so that we're not driving 2 hours to the store and back just to get some random bit.
I am so happy that we finally have water back. Now, we're gonna show you what we changed after 1 year of living in a van. So stay tuned and subscribe.